Morning, everyone. I want to talk to you this morning about a new lure called the Spooner Buzz. This is a great lure if you like fishing a buzz bait. On top, also, you can go subsurface with it. Causes a lot of commotion on top of the water and below the water. I mean, draws a lot of attention. Not many people have seen this lure, so not many fish have seen the lure as well. Sometimes you want to throw something different at them. Give them a different look of from what they've seen, especially high pressured lakes and finicky fish. Sometimes that's what they need to commit. Corey Eggert makes these. He owns the company Spoonos, and he makes some other products that I'll probably show you a little bit later today. This morning we're talking about this here Spooner Buzz. Here's a little one for like finesse fishing. This is a medium one. I'm throwing these two today, the medium and the small, because I'm trying to match the hatch. As you see, there's little fish popping around, so I'm going to try to keep it small, a little bit smaller profile. He does make bigger ones in various colors. Here's another green one, a little bit bigger, and then green, and also there's it's called Copper Vein, like a brown color. And he makes extra large for up north fishing for muskies and pike. This is a giant lure, it causes a lot of commotion, and pike and muskies just annihilate these up there. Big bass as well. Like I said, today I'm sticking with the smaller ones. Got little beads in here that spins, causes a lot of commotion on top of the water, like I said. Great product. I've done well on them in the summer on the river. Right here we're now on Lake Maumelle. I'm sitting in about 2 to 3 feet of water, fishing some lily pads and some sparse grass. A little bit early right now to be this shallow, but I've always been able to pull a fish or two out of this stuff. Even with an open hook like that open hook, it actually comes through the grass pretty good. I'm throwing the medium one on a Savvy 735 made by Dobyns, and I have 17-pound vicious fluorocarbon. I normally throw my buzz baits and topwater on braid, but because I want to send this below the surface, possibly, I went with fluorocarbon, Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon in the 17-pound test on the medium. On the little one, I'm throwing it on a 733 Savvy series by Dobyns. And I have it on 14-pound Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon. Let's see how we do. Throwing the little one right now. Water temp's about 79 degrees. Something that's great about this also, it's kind of heavy, although you can still fish it on top, but you can launch these things and cast them at heck of a long ways, farther than anything I've ever been able to cast. That thing's way out there. Even the little one casts a long ways. There's one. You probably heard that thing blow up on it. Not a giant. Caught it on that little one. About a 12-inch spotted bass. But as you can see, on that little one, just that little one, He pounded it. This little one has more of a, like a little spinner or a prop. The bigger one goes with more of a buzzbait style, but it still causes a lot of, this little one still got a lot of buzz action on it. As you can see. Cast it a long ways. Come just outside this lily pad right here. You can hear it. Cause a lot of commotion. Corey Yeager designed these, and like I said, a little bit later on I'll show you some other products he makes. Website is www.spoonnows.com. I'll post it up later, along with his email and contact information. This is just one of the products he makes, the Spooner Buzz. The company he owns and operates is Spoonows. That's where that website comes from. I'm throwing this little bit bigger one. I really think they want that smaller one because I see the fish that are flickering here, they're real tiny. Alright, I want to show you some close-ups of the Spooner Buzz, and I also want to run it through the water, and so you can see how the different sizes and their actions on top of the water. Here's largest in its original packaging. Extra large, large, medium, and then small. You can see the size difference from the small to the large. Once again, here's your sizes. There's the big one, and then large, medium, and small. This is just a green. There's a white. In the original packaging. And you saw earlier, this color is called Copper Vein. Also, I mentioned the Spoonos. Real live image of a fish. The only bait that has a real life image of a fish. Here's another one in its original packaging. And then here's some smaller ones. These are for like ice fishing. Great for ice fishing. Little patriotic one for you, American flag. Corey makes different sizes of these. Check out his website. Here's the small one. Here's the medium one. Makes a lot of racket. Here's the large one. Now you're starting to get into your muskie and your pike baits and giant largemouth. This color here is called copper vein. This one here is the largest one that Corey makes. This is definitely your pike and muskie baits. Double buzz. You can speed it up. Kind of makes a clacking noise as well when it hits on those hooks. Or you can just make a ripple on it just like that. That's the big one. Alright everyone, want to wrap up the morning. I just wanted to get some information out about this spooner buzz that Corey makes. It's a great product. It fishes just like a buzz bait, as I mentioned earlier. This morning was just a rough morning. There's not many fish shallow. I was up in the river fishing the weeds and the lily pads. That's where I did catch the only fish I caught this morning. I caught it on this little one here, this little green one. Yeah, water temp is 80 degrees. I moved out to the main lake for about an hour. There's just not many fish shallow. Also, some baits that he makes is this is where the company was designed from. Corey designed these Spoonos. It is the only bait out there that has an image of a fish on it. It's almost like there's a picture of it, and the shape is of a fish. You can vertical jig these. You can fish ledges with them, flutter, like a flutter spoon. You can fish schools of fish. If you're drop shotting in an area and you're over a school and they seem to shut off, drop this down there. It might trigger the school back up. Ice fishermen use them for vertical jigging. They got all sizes, all the way down to the very little ones. You got to check out some of his products. Check out the Spooner Buzz, the various sizes and colors. Check out these Spoonos. Look at his website. It's www.spoonnows, and I'll put the website up on this video as well. Contact Corey Eggert. I'll put his phone number and his email. A great guy. He builds these things out of his house. Just wasn't a productive morning all around. The only one I did catch, like I said, is on this one right here. Check out his products. Be sure to mention my name.